those misses.
2107 in 9 rounds. 2107.
That would have been much better if I'd have lost.
Now I'm going to explain to you why I say don't waste time missing, because that's literally what happens.
Yeah.
Over the years we've been running this, we've actually timed it. You come up there, you're hitting good, and then especially coming back here, you expect to hit. So when you go up there, pow, you fire your shot, and you're already starting to move to the next one. That's when you realize you missed. So there's that recognition point, and then the processing, oh, I need to shoot again, and you fire again. Every time you miss, it takes about 2 to 2.5 seconds.
Holy shit.
So you had, what, 3 additional rounds, 9 rounds, okay? So think about that. You're looking at about 6 or so seconds, and you ran a 21.
Fucking excellent drill.
Yeah.
You were right.
This is the best drill.
The record on this is actually 1407.
Holy shit.
A guy named Tom Marshall, he's the editor of Off Grid magazine, former Army captain. Man, when he ran it, he went, and he hit that first one like on his second step. Then he just went bing, 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 bing. There's a video online, it's out there, but he just, I mean, everything just came together.
You answered all my questions that I've had for years. And thousands of hours of training on the whole moving and shooting thing.
Yeah.
I'm pissed that you're fucking getting out of this thing because nobody's doing it. I'm serious.
Nobody's doing this.
Nobody's doing this.
Everybody does this mechanical, you know, trying to back up and sidestep. You know, you just think, surely, especially some of these military guys, they've been shot at.
Right.
And I don't know, maybe they're doing something like this. I'm maybe speaking out of turn. But to me, it's like, you can't dither, you gotta go.
You gotta go.
And then if you gotta shoot, you better stop, plant, get the hit, and then get gone again.
Right.
Yeah.
Fucking awesome. This is great, man.
All right, brother.
Good job, Akil.
Good job. Good job.
I saw it and thought, that's just...
Do it again, do it again, do it again!
2030. But, as you know, you only fired 5 rounds.
Right.
Okay?
Maybe next time.
Hey, it's one of those things, man. Okay, now.
It's funny because I realized
2377, and you fired 9 rounds, and you missed this plate.
did I miss it completely? Fuck. Okay.
And you did the high jump run in reverse, yeah.
You know, it's funny because I realize now, taking this class, that 1, I need to hit the range more frequently, and 2, I clearly need to walk more because that's also a skill I need to work on.
But at least you're here.
Yeah, no, for sure.
So it's got to move or just ring?
Oh,
Is it from the holster?
Yes, yes, it's from the holster on the move.
Okay.
Is he the first one to ask what he was doing?
No. Okay. And a lot of quiet. I don't mind you asking for clarification. I just don't want to sit here for every person and explain the drill. It takes too long. Are you ready?
Ready.
Here we go. Go, Abner, go. You got to do it on the move.
Ooh, that's quite the gravel.
There you go.
There it goes again. I've been getting a lot of those lately.
I don't know what to tell you. Maybe you ought to check your extractor spring.
Yeah, I just changed my recoil spring, and I'm going to pull the extractor.
If you replace one, you'll probably already replace
Exactly,
them all.
yeah. I'm going to go ahead and pull them all.
What about the first round was on the move?
I remember once you told us if we could take it from here, we could.
Yeah, but you got to be moving.
Thank you.
You could be on your first step, but it's got to be on the move.
You're right, yeah, thank you.
right?
It's been a while.
It's funny how you pull this out and everybody's brain just goes to shit.
I missed that one.
You're hitting the wood at the bottom. There you go.
Ah, that's why.
There you go. Yeah, you were hitting the wood on the bottom and then you made your correction. You were missing the 9 o'clock.
Done range, done range, done range.
Yeah. 38-41, but you fired 17 rounds, so that's not unusual.
But only one.
Okay? I'll call you through it. Don't go into a position until you're called into it. If something hurts, you feel injured, can't get to it safely, don't. Just skip that movement.
How many shots?
It's gonna be 2 rounds per call, 2 rounds per position. Remember, I showed you what to do during a reload. If you're in that unconventional position, being mindful where that muzzle goes, get your body to where you can grab your gear. Don't try to dig it out from underneath you. Get your body to where you can grab that magazine and get that weapon loaded safely. Here we go. I'll call you into it. Remember, clear that spot, shift your weight, control that descent down. I don't want you slamming like a hammer onto that knee. Here we go. Ready? Shoot! Single knee. Control it on the way down. Double knee. 2 rounds. Tip left. Tip left. Tip right. All right, control your descent down. Get that hand out there. Keep your leg out in front of you. Get on the foot. Think about it. Give me 2. Okay, continue. On your back. Slow down. Watch those knees, watch those feet. Find your sights. All right, curl those legs up, curl those knees up. Fetal left. Okay. Fetal right. Transition. That gun doesn't have to be straight up and down. Remember, it has to be straight up and down. Okay, on your back. Sit up. Shift your weight over. Single knee. Shift your weight over. Single knee. Stand up and finish. Go ahead, get your standing shots and finish. Cover.
And he had some old people.
Tip right. Work around that cover. Shift your weight. Kick a foot out in front of you. Control your descent. Get on your butt. Shoot.
Go out with a
Yeah.
On your backs. No meat in front of the muzzle. Watch your toes and knees. Curl those legs up. Fetal left. Get in a good spot. Remember, behind the wheel. Cover. Make yourself small. Fetal right. Roll to fetal right. Make yourself small. Good job, guys. On the reloads, muzzle aware, good trigger finger control. On your backs. backs, on your backs. Give me 2. Sit up, sit up, sit up. Shift your weight, curl a foot, knee underneath you. Get a post to support yourself. Single knee, single knee. Push up if you have to. Push up if you have to. On your feet. Shoot. On your backs. On your backs. On your backs. No meat in front of the muzzle. Right. Fetal right. Fetal right. No meat in front of the muzzle. On your back, on your back, on your back. Sit up, sit up.
Turn the gun up.
Shift your leg, shift your leg. Single knee.
I sat down and interviewed a gangbanger one time who was in a drive-by shooting. And I asked him, you know, why do you guys turn the gun like this when you shoot? And he looked at me squared, no smile on his face. He looked at me and goes, gun don't rise. Follow along. What I'm gonna do, and I'm not gaming this. You're gonna see what happens. I'm gonna place a round in the orange dot at various cans. Then I'm just gonna let the recoil go. Wherever it bottoms out, settles out, whatever, I'm going to fire the next shot. And I want you guys to see for yourself. Now, this doesn't mean you can't fight recoil. What I'm telling you is you're working too hard. So follow along. Gangbanger, the one everybody makes fun of. The police can't. The one everybody uses. Oh. Upright. And then turn to the side like I see Bob Vogel do it.
Ooh.
Why do we do this?
More natural.
No. What's natural about it?
That's
The
not
wrist.
having to twist your wrist at all. We were always told that it tightens up all the...
No, this does nothing.
It's not the anatomical default, no?
You just saw it for yourself. Locks the wrist, nope. Locks the arm, nope. Doesn't do any of those things. Oh, brings the gun over in front of your eye. But then how come we don't shoot like this with 2 hands? Nobody knows. Tradition mostly. When I first saw it, I looked at it and I go, that makes no sense at all. Because when I turn the gun this way, it's right in the natural bend of my elbow. Turn the gun like this, I take that out. Bring the gun upright the same way I do it when I use 2 hands. And this right here locks everything.
It's a very weird feeling when you first do that. Holy shit, does it lock it down.
We're going to let you play with it yourself. Let you come up here, you're going to shoot it this way, shoot it this way. I'm not advising this, and the reason being is you can't get on the sights. Gangbangers don't care about sights, they just want a lot of bullets. But the guy looked at me, gun don't rise. When you're just wanting to fill an area with bullets, it works.
He's almost using the recoil just to kind of keep spraying.
Well, it just locks back like this, locks back like this. The most biomechanically inefficient way is this way. Well, it's natural, you're locked in. Biomechanically, no, it's none of those things. Well, this is how you throw a punch. Not if you're smart. Throw a punch, throw it just like the same way the gangbanger's doing it. This right here doesn't really lock it up. Just saying. What is it Pat McNamara calls it? Institutional inbreeding. Because we just keep doing the same thing over and over again. Nobody seems to know why. Of course, I went along with it. I was just a young cop, young firearms instructor. I was nobody. And then when I started getting a little bit of notoriety and less caring what people thought, I'm like, that's bullshit, man. That don't make any sense at all. And again, if it was so good, why aren't we shooting like that with two hands? My suggestion to you, after you get a chance to play with this a little bit, is you just leave the gun upright. It does a better job of locking it up, and it's just continuity of action between your one hand and your two hand. Another thing I'm not a big fan of is what some of the guys see you do go.
Yeah.
Why?
Because if you can switch back to two hands.
Terrible idea in a fight. You're off balance. Remember the lateral movement stuff we've been doing? All the movement. How do you get started with it here like this? You can't. Why don't we just drop back and punt? If this is good for two hands, why isn't it good for one? Well, because you can't control the recoil. My ass. What do you mean you can't control the recoil? Who says? Now, you can turn the gun that way. It doesn't mean you can't bring the gun back down. You can, but you're working harder. And you're actually creating a body position, an arm position that's not consistent with anything else you're doing. Yeah, it gets the body in behind it for recoil control. In a competition, terrible idea to fight. Primary hand-only shooting happens very frequently, a lot. Fortunately for most of us, offhand-only shooting is rare.
Thank God.
Thank God.
Thank God.
Thank God. You're going to see today, we're going to teach that a little bit differently. And again, it's due to my research. Let me ask you something. You've probably all had those techniques when you're changing the hand from your primary to your secondary hand. You know, you do that open hand and put it in, or you neck down and do that. If your hand is so capable of doing that, why are you changing it?
That's just a range safety thing.
Why are you going with your left hand at all if your right hand can do that?
No, the changing of the hands is completely just a range safety thing.
It's a competition related thing, because they require you to change hands for courses of fire, and that I get. I don't care about that at all. I get that. But why are you going to your off dumb hand in a gunfight when your right hand's working great?
Get shot in your hand.
Huh?
Get shot in your hand or your arm.
Well, then the hand's not working.
Right.
Right. But if you're shooting like this and you get shot in the hands, which one's getting shot?
Both of them. Probably probably second. Probably your left first.
All of the gunfights I've reviewed, very seldom has there been an offhand only engagement. There's been a few, but in every one of them I studied and I've interviewed the people involved. Offhand only, the gun is being picked up off the ground, off the hood, off a table, or something like that, because when they got hit here, they dropped it. Now they got to pick it up and use it. That's how we're going to teach it. Because if what I'm teaching you this week will help you in your competition, I'm glad, but it's not my focus. My focus is to teach you how to do it in a fight.
Dave, there's people that got injured or shot with their dominant hand in their gunfights. Did it happen before or after the gun was in the hand?
The ones I talked to, they were already engaged in the fight.
Okay.
The most studied one, the female in Orange County, Florida. Her name escapes me. I'm sorry.
You met with her.
I had dinner with her, and that's why I'm sorry I can't remember her name. But That was the one. This is why you got to do all that offhand training, and you got to be reaching around and drawing from the holster and putting it between your knees and changing hands and all that. She didn't do any of that. She reloaded with one hand. No, she didn't. Didn't. The fight was in a garage. Was in a garage with some people that had come to the homeowners to get money back from drug dealing went bad. The deputy was dispatched on a domestic. The gunfight happened in and around the car in a garage. Why can't I remember her name?
No, because you used to say.
But they're popping and weaving, they're shooting at each other and stuff like that, and they are, boom, 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 there's lots of rounds going off. But when she had to reload, she had both hands. Right here is when she got shot. The gun fell on the trunk of the car, and she picked it up, and she fired the last couple rounds of the fight. But the rumor got around, oh yeah, she had to reload with one hand and do all that. She was inside a garage. Where do you guys think she had the time to reload with one hand?
We had a guy get into a shooting at a gas station off duty, and it ended up being he was shooting strong hand only. He took a round through the pinky, hit the gun, shot the magazine out of the magazine bottom out.
Yeah.
Put a hole in the gun. He couldn't even use the gun anymore. That's why I was kind of asking that.
Yeah. More than likely, he'd have dropped the gun, and you'd have been picking it up with the other one. But the gun was disabled. So, the shooting primary hand open, or that's this hand. Primary hand only is frequent. It happens a lot. People are walking up and they're surprised, and they just come up and they just start shooting. That happens. They got something in their arm and they don't drop it. That's very, very common. They'll hold a bag of groceries and they fight with the groceries in their hand.
Cops with ticket books,
Ticket book.
flashlights. Oh shit!
So that's really frequent. Offhand only, thank God for all of us. Not that often. I'll be honest with you folks, if I had an offhand only gunfight right now, I would be in serious trouble. I have broken it twice because I realized very early in my police career you didn't punch people with your gun hand. Terrible idea. So I broke it twice. I cut the trigger finger down to the bone and had to have it reattached and go through physical therapy, and now it's arthritic. So it's a really, doesn't mean I don't practice. I do the best I can, but it's a really clumsy thing for me. So that's why I'm kind of glad it doesn't happen that often. Of course, Murphy's sitting right here most of the time. Probably will happen to me. I could never find an incident where somebody had to reach around the front or reach around the back and bring the gun up and out and shoot it. And let's face it, some of you well-fed guys couldn't anyway. Okay? So that's one of the things you hear about appendix care, where you can reach it with either hand. That's true. That's true. How important that is, don't know. That's up to you to decide. But that's how we're going to handle the one-hand shooting. We're going to have you in conventional shooting. We're going to have you upright. If you insist on can't because you just can't do it any other way and it feels weird, you do it. And you can do it. You're working harder than you need to, bringing the gun back down, bringing the gun back down, bringing the gun back down.
Control that recoil. We don't want you to fire a shot, have it pointed over the hill, and press a round off. You understand? Okay? Keep them on your target. Here we go. Go ahead and draw out. You're one-handed. Okay? With that one-handed, I'm going to talk about that thumb placement. Guys, check it out. Relax for a second. Some of you, if you do that kind of revolver style shooting, right? You'll see somebody really lock that down. Some of you will hold it like this. Okay?
Look at the gap.
Look at the gap between that knuckle, that thumb, and the side of the gun. There's no meat over there. Okay? One of the advantages of two-handed shooting is being able to put meat up there to stop that gun from heading that direction. With this thumb locked down a la revolver style, there's not much keeping that gun in place. Make sense to you? Right? One of the ways that we build the grip of Handgun Combatives is starting out with that flagged thumb to be able to create that position for the heel of the hand to go in there, close that book, and build that grip. Why not? Right? Why not take advantage of, and some of you guys got some big ass thumbs, and it's not necessarily this part of the thumb, it's just a bit of that webbing to come up there, right? Kind of perform the same process as that other hand, and see and experiment with that. Lockdown thumb.
What's bad is when you do this.
So
when you lock it down like
flagged
this,
or almost like you had it sitting on top of the second hand.
That's right. Flagged or straight. You see what I'm saying? Because now I have a little, it's like a little baby hand on the side of that, keeping it from moving, okay? Locked down like this, I got nothing. If I have it straight or flagged, I've got a little bit of something to keep me from tagging it over there. Does that make sense to you? All right? You get into this, you'll get a whole lot of that. Straight ahead or flagged, puts a little miniature hand, gives you a little something to try and steady that. Good to go? Here we go. Different elbow positions, different thumb positions. Try that, okay? Keep it on your target. Remember, that support hand. Tuck it in there. Get it curled up. Get it kind of locked in. The other thing is, you could be near somebody you have to shoot that is loved by some other asshole. And you got that arm hanging out to the side, there's a very good, hey, don't shoot him. Very good possibility you get yanked. So tuck that arm away. Here we go. Don't give him a flag to grab. Ready? On your own. 2 or 3 shots from each of those positions. Shoot! See what works. See what works. Position underneath, locked around, sideways, try them all, locked underneath, canted, flat, thumb up, thumb straight, thumb up, try it all.
Gangster's in the mood, at least for me.
When you're satisfied, just stop. Hold it tight. Now, without loosening it up, straighten your thumb. Let your hand come undone, lock it down. Straighten your thumb, lock it down. Straighten your thumb, lock it down. What's the point?
Doesn't do anything for
it's front to back pressure. Your thumb really doesn't do anything here. Okay? Really doesn't do anything. So if the flub is fag, it's straightforward. The proper saying is don't give up the pressure right up in here. That wedging action up against that grip tag. Okay? Manipulations. How do you load it with one hand? How do you tap rack it with one hand? The one thing I told you I wasn't going to teach is we weren't going to teach you to do double feed clearances with one hand. Our suggested thing, if that happens to you, is run. Because you can't get it cleared out. You just can't get it cleared out in any kind of time limit. I mean, in a gunfight that probably is going to last 4, 5, 6, 8 seconds, if we look at the norm and people moving back and forth and stuff like that, you're going to have a tough time just doing a one-handed reload. Not saying it can't be done, but the idea that now you've got this double feed and you're going to jettison the thing out, and then you're going to rack, put it between your legs, load it, that ain't going to happen. It ain't going to happen. So that's the way we're going to do, and then we're going to do the offhand the way I told you, as if you dropped it. You got shot, you dropped it on the ground. So we'll talk about kneeling down on the ground, both bending over, kneeling, and then we'll get those barrels out, and they'll be your tabletop, and it'll be like you're picking it up off the hood of your car, the table at the dining restaurant that you're at, whatever the case may be. And that's how we'll progress with that. Straight ahead, like you're drawn from the holster, right here, this position, right here like this. Present to the target. Give me 2 rounds, one-handed. All right, ready?
6 inch? No.
Here we go.
5 inch.
We're working our way through. Brad, it's one hand, brother. Everything's one-handed today. All right, or at least for the rest of this section. All right, here we go. 2 rounds. Hup! All right, return to the same position. Ready? Hup! Ready? Hup! Okay, let's camp that muzzle down just a bit so it's at his feet. It's not your feet, his feet. Alrighty, guys, here we go. One hand, ready. Hup! Ready. Hup! Hup!
Good hit, Brad. Good hit.
Focus, think about what you're doing. Work that trigger. Keep the grip tight, consistent pressure. Hup! Right, let's do that high ready position. High ready, looking over top the muzzle. But you're not covering anybody in front of you. Ready? Hup!
Back to that position.
Hup!
There you go. I think you should have been shooting one-handed all along.
That's what I told Dave. He's like, you're just concentrating better. That's what I did.
Watch your finger. I like where you register your finger. I've got a video called Trigger Finger High. Look it up.
Gotcha.
Hup!
Hey, Ack, you're dirty. Did you know that?
Hup!
Had some good hits there, Jeff. Good hits. Not bad for a tech weenie.
Okay, cover the hole. Look up and down the line before you
I sit in front of a computer all day. Go click, 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 click.
There you go, guys. Pick up your stuff.
You've mastered.
Yeah, my thing still wobbles.
You've mastered.
Ceiling Garmin on it. If you want to tuck it back out of the way, it's fine. I'm more interested in the path of travel, the arc of draw, and things like that than you trying to rip your Garmin up and doing all that weird shit. But remember, the path of travel on your draw stroke must be consistent. It must be the same way every time. It must be something you can recreate by feel. So if you're coming from the hip, and I'm going to simulate, elbow goes straight to the rear, acquire the shooting grip one-handed, up till it won't fold, turn, place on target. If you're forward of the hip, bend the elbow, acquire the grip, up, turn, place it on the target, give me 2 rounds. Nice and consistent. If there's ever a time you want the gun to arrive where you need it, it's when you don't have this wonderful windage adjustment attachment to it, okay? So you're going to have to do it all with this hand only. We ready? 2 rounds at a time from the holster. If this is kind of new to you, go slow. I don't want you shooting yourself in the foot or something. Alrighty, here we go. Ready. Hup!
Yep. Once you've had your follow through and you're good, path on the way back. Get that good same picture.
Hup! Hup!
you're getting one in and one out, one in, one out. Some of the folks who are doing that, you got that weird kind of cop can't stuff. The ones who are remembering to get that elbow underneath, they're not getting that. They're having both in the circles, both in. Some of the folks one in, one out, they're pressing that trigger when they're still out of that circle, recoil, muzzle's not where, sights aren't back, so don't press that trigger. Fix it. Hup!
One hand. Hup!
Hup!
Hup! Hup! Press the muzzle so it's at his feet, not your feet, his feet. Okay? Just press it down like this.
Sir,
what do you say? What do you say?
You're going to go from this to now this.
Okay.
You were here, now you're going here. Same thing, up and out.
Okay, that's fine. Okay. You feel better that way? I want you to be happy.
That depressed muzzle, his feet, not yours, good to go.
Okay, high ready. Muzzle's over the people in front of you, but you can look right over top of it. Right over top the front sight. Okay? Not like this. For 2 rounds. Ready? Just tipping it over. Hup! 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 Hup!
Get a jazz hands, Todd. Get jazz hands.
Hup! Hup!
Ooh, that is a hot gun.
Okay, recover to the holster. Recover to the holster.
Man, I don't want to put that gun away.
Line before you pick up any gear.
Ah.
You can go ahead and retrieve that. You got Hup! Guys, you don't have to do everything with one hand. You can pull your garment out of the way. Don't get ahead of us. We're going to talk about all that. All right. Ready? Hup! 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 Okay, what we're going to talk about, manipulations, one-handed. Primarily reloading one-handed, tap racking one-handed, okay? I'm not going to go into double feed clearances one-hand. It takes too much time. Run. You're not going to get it cleared out. It's not going to happen. So I want to be able to give you things to do one-handed that, number one, you can do quickly and simply, and number two, you can be mobile. That's really important to be mobile because, like I told you, there will be fights you can't win, so don't stay, if at all possible. So, this hand's injured or occupied or wherever, we're working with this hand only. The slide lock's open. What do you do?
Run.
What do you do? What movie was that? Quick. Speed.
You gotta say it like Keanu Reeves.
Oh, what do you do?
Yeah, what do you do? See, everybody likes John Wick, and I always thought that was his best movie ever.
Pop quiz.
He played the cocky SWAT cop right to a T.
Hey, you bite your tongue. His best movie ever was Point Break.
No, not even close. Not even close.
One of Patrick Swayze's best movies.
Anyway, okay. So slide lock's open. You've got to get rid of it. Obvious thing is you got to dump the magazine. Now remember what I told you? I'd like you to have the other mag ready before you dump it. Well, that's impossible to do, isn't it? So the first thing you're going to have to do is dump it. Now, you've got to put this someplace stable, someplace secure, someplace that won't move while you reach down and get that magazine and put it into the magazine well. Anything that will fold around the gun.
What?
Anything that will fold around the gun. The holster's obvious. It's a good one too. It's the receptacle that's molded to fit it. That's a good place. But are there other places that are easier to get to? I submit to you, yes. Keep in mind the slide's locked open and you just unloaded it. The gun's empty. No bullets in it. Ready? Can I move laterally? Can I run? Can I take a knee and pick something? Can I do anything? I can. Then all I gotta do is reach down, insert it, come up, drop the slide, or drop the slide. There it is. Okay, how about, I don't like bending over, so that's how important I think you guys are. Okay? How about, just something like this?
You're not mobile.
Nope, you're not mobile. You're not mobile, but it's simple to do. What you do is you don't try to hold your knees together. You pigeon toe and you drop.
That's the Rogers range.
You pigeon toe and you drop. I don't know about Rogers range. I've been doing it a long time. It's just biomechanics.
That's how they taught us at Rogers range.
By turning your toes in and drop it down like that, you lock in on it. You don't even have to have, muscular strength. Okay? So think about it. There's three places. Holster, armpit, and down between the knees. Where else could you go? But holster would be easier, wouldn't it? So the only reason I would tell you to do that is if you didn't have a holster. And then my next question would be, why are you carrying without a holster? Well, I saw this high cool movie and he was putting it in the middle of his back and I thought that was pretty slick. Okay, now, so no big deal. Drop the slide, stop, work the slide. Want to make something out? I want to make a point to you. Let's do it carefully. Do not punch your red dot optic against a hard object to drop the slide. I don't care how cool it looks online. Don't do it. The fellow online that's doing that is torture testing the optics. I've never once heard him say that was a good idea. I was teaching a class up in Chicago, all cop class. We were working from behind cover. We weren't even doing one-handed stuff. We were behind cover. He has to reload it, he does it, and he punches it against the barricade. What do you think happened? Cracked the optic. He went from 1 dot to about 14.
Which one do you shoot?
When I looked at him, I said, well, what did you do that for? Well, he didn't know what to say because, well, I saw it in a cool video and I thought it was neat. It was not sufficient. Place the object against something and push. Yeah, don't punch it against something. As a matter of fact, don't even place it against the optic screen. It doesn't matter if it's an optic, it doesn't matter if it's an iron sight. You're not trying to put it against the face. You're going for the juncture of the sight and the slide. You see that corner right there? That's where you're going. So when you do that, you're literally angle, which leaves what open?
Ejection port.
And I don't push out. I push straight down. The slide will come back, it will bottom out, and then you'll slide off. Doesn't matter if it's a belt, doesn't matter if it's a trouser band, doesn't matter if it's a holster. Go for the juncture of the sight and the slide, not the face of it. And by all means, when you've got standard sights, don't do that stuff where you try to run it down your pants and hope it catches something. Because what am I blocking?
Remember the class in Tennessee that the casing, the bullet literally went back into the ejection port.
Flipped over. Yeah.
We caught it on video.
If you cover this, nothing will be ejected. Okay? You want to try to do everything you can to keep your head up here, even if you got to duck down for a minute. get it back up because people are moving. You guys know enough now to know the fights are mobile. If he's there, when I look down and do that, I'm gonna come up and maybe there. So keep everything where you can be mobile, or at least you can see what's going on around you. We clear on that? That's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna work those. We're just gonna work them. I'm gonna have Bucky talk you through them because Bucky can still be heard. But we're gonna take you, put them between your knees, we're gonna put it in your armpit, we'll stick it in the holster. You know, I really don't care what you like, as long as you win. You know, sometimes winning, as far as how it looks, is very clunky and unglamorous. But who cares what it looks like as long as at the end you prevail? Does that make sense to everybody?
Yep.
I would rather prevail and it look like just a dog wash than die looking great.
We're gonna work into the holster. Place it there, grab the mag. Good bit of advice, don't just use your fingers to insert that magazine. Heel the hand, give it a good whack. Gun back out, and whether you're gonna hook it off of something or use the lever, put it forward. We'll do that twice. I'll then take you to the armpit one. Right? When we get to the armpit one, I'll throw in a couple of caveats, and we'll finish off with the pigeon toe knee drop to hold. Okay? So a couple of calls from the holster, a couple of calls for under the armpit, a couple of calls for the knee drop pigeon toe deal. Good to go? After you do the reload, you can do one shot, you can do two. If you're getting low on ammo because it's last day, make sure you end up at the end of the day with at least 2 rounds. Up on target, 1 round in the chamber, empty magazine in the gun. We're doing the holster for your holder first time. Holster for the holder first time. Here we go. And nobody's racing. Be deliberate, learn this skill. Shoot! In your holster, but gotta get rid of that magazine, then just
Damn.
Did you do that again?
Huh?
Did you do that again?
Yeah, didn't have anything ready.
Yeah, you gotta say mag caddy, mag caddy. Say mag caddy.
all right, all the guns are up, all the guns are up. Go ahead, pick up your magazine, set it up again.
Your film major.
On target, on target. Shoot! Get rid of that magazine! The guns are up.
Oh, shit.
Why is that ground so far away?
Keeps getting further and further, don't it?
Sure does.
Pick up your mag, set it up again. We're gonna switch to the armpit. Armpit hold. Let's talk about that. A couple caveats. Check it out. The little guns. One of the little guns might disappear if you tuck it under here and go mag well down. Little gun may disappear. You may have a hell of a time. 365, LC, whatever. Smaller. There's nothing wrong with, right? Muzzle down. Trapping it, having the mag well out. Does everybody understand what I mean by that? Give you something better to work with. The other thing, think about it. Dave already talked about this. When does this get oriented, whether you're hooking it or run it with the slide? When does that happen? All right? We're responsible for everyone around us. Go slow with this. Be deliberate in your movement. This is the armpit hold. It's just tension with the upper arm. Even if you get shot in the hand and that upper arm's still working, use it. Here we go, on target. Ready? Shoot! Get rid of that mag. Tuck it. First mag. There you go.
You can't get the best of it. You just have to go with the best of it.
Motherfucker. I actually found somebody that bends over worse than me.
Oh, son of a bitch. It hurts every time.
Okay.
Hey! That was first call through?
Yep.
Armpit, second call through here, right?
Yeah.
Make sure you're getting a full hand grip on the way back out. Here we go. On target, on target. Shoot! Pick up your mag. Get set up again. And we're going to switch to the pigeon toe knee drop to lock onto it. Again, go through this very deliberate and slow on your first call through. Let's start out on target. Here we go. Don't forget to get rid of that magazine. Pigeon toe between the knees and drop. Shoot! Oh!
Then the primary hand. I haven't seen too many people that really are truly ambidextrous. I've seen some people that are really good with their right hand, doing a lot of things, but I'll bet you side by side they'll be doing better with this hand than they will be that hand. Okay? So it's going to be bizarre. First thing, and you can see I got my blue gun. The first thing you guys want to make sure that when you put that gun in your hand, make sure it's down your arm. You see a lot of tendencies to want to be doing stuff like this. You're not going to get good hits. The gun's not going to cycle. It's not going to go back on target. You're not going to do well with it. So make sure it's in your hand the way it should be, straight down this support structure. Okay? Now, as I told you guys, usually what happens is it goes to this hand because this one was injured or something and it's dropped. So, let's talk about that for a minute. Remember, we've already given you a kneeling position, okay? And forgive me, but I'm going to move that out of the way because I'm wearing shorts and I really don't want to get hurt today. But we've got to get down. So you swipe it, you go down to that knee like we've already showed you. Now the grip is in the wrong direction for me to grab it with, well, no, it's in the right direction for my left hand. I'm thinking wrong. It's in the wrong direction for me to grab it with my left hand. So what am I going to do? Now pay attention because this is important. Ready?
No way.
Wow. Can I see that again?
Do that again.
I need to see that again.
Where's the left-handed blue gun? I don't see
Hang on, hang on, hang on. Let's get a slow-mo. Let's get a slow-mo.
And it's not oriented properly. Then what you can do is you can pick it up and resume your fighting stance. Now you notice I'm not trying to change my normal stance to get that back. I'm just doing what I normally do. If you're forward on your toes, you're in behind the gun, you don't need to be swapping these feet. The recoil forces are still going to go back into your torso, and this foot being behind you, it's going to be enough. If you're standing back like this, it could be problematic, but if you're forward onto your toes like you are when you have it in your primary hand, you're going to be just fine. Now, the next issue I'm going to deal with, people have a hard time shifting dominant eyes. If you're already cross-dominant, you're going to love this. It's going to look normal for you. Okay?
That means you're a closet lefty.
If you're not, you're going to have a hard time shifting it over to your non-dominant eye. I'm going to give you a technique that's only known at the highest levels of junk dealers everywhere. Follow along. Ready? Yep.
Face me and do that again, please.
Up on target. Well, you shouldn't close one of your eyes. You are in the most dire of circumstances here, dudes. Yeah. This is not the time to be, looking at the gun magazines and reading what some guy says. You've got to do what it takes to win. Close the damn eye and get the shot. And then you can always get it back open again. It's just the easiest and most direct way to take your dominance from here to here. Period. Especially since you're probably not going to put tons of time into this. Tons of time. I actually went to a 2-day class one time called No We Can. And it was all offhand shooting. And it was a great class, no problem like that. But he gave us all this stuff about, how you can, and I never did get it, but I was behind dark glasses, so I just liked that the whole weekend. It worked fine.
Dave, why don't you just shoot with the dominant?
Huh?
Why don't you just shoot with your dominant?
Why don't you just use your dominant eye?
Yeah.
Well, you can. You can shift your head over like that. A lot of people will have difficulty finding it. So my suggestion to you would be like the flashlight technique. Get a felt reference. Okay, I've got it lined up right here like this, so I know if I put my cheek on my arm right there like that, I know I'm going to have alignment. Either way, I don't care. I'm not that rigid about it. Whatever it takes to get the job done. But get the gun in your hand, straight as possible, engage the trigger, try to depress it, try not to convulsively grip it, get your dominant eye shifted over. Okay? Now, another way that we can do this, instead of bending down, now pay close attention, ready? It's called a lean over. You probably don't want to do it if you've had some intoxicating beverages. But you just bend over. You can kneel down, bend over. I mean, what else would you do? The problem with bending over is trying to keep your eye on the threat zone. That's why some people prefer to kneel down so you can keep your eye up here, but other people say that's slower than bending over and picking it up. One of these things. One of these things. If you have a hard time bending over because of your body build, then maybe kneeling down will be the way to go. The same thing applies here. It falls on top of the hood of your car or a table in a store or a restaurant or whatever the case may be. It's no different. Roll it over, get it back into the fight. Okay? If it ends up landing like that, now we're not going to do all this stuff to your guns. No big deal. Tip it over, pick it up. Don't try to do anything fancy. Forget that it's a gun and think of it as just another object, like maybe it's a hammer. You just spin the hammer around to pick it up. You know what I'm saying? This is not, well, just because it's a gun, we've got to come up with a unique technique. No, we don't. No, we don't. We can, if it's turned over here like this, and I need it in my left hand, flip it over and pick it up just like I would if the hammer was in the wrong direction or the wrench or whatever the case may be. Flip it around, pick it up. The guys that are on the ground, don't care if you stoop, don't care if you bend. What I don't want to see is you tip over. Okay, so stay steady. When you pick the gun up with your offhand only, I want to see you shoot 7 rounds. Just kidding, 2. Just kidding, 2 rounds. Okay? Are we ready? You do this, Darren.
All right, 2 rounds on the command of up. Offhand only. Up! Set it up again.
Isn't it weird putting your gun on the ground?
Yes.
It just looks odd laying down there. It's laying there. I should be laying there.
Bad day to bring an Ed Brown to the range.
You and a kid.
Get the big one? Would you do this to some of your guns?
The best thing ever invented was that flexible denim shit.
Yeah, I agree. That 4-way stretch, love it.
All right, guys, get ready to call you through again. Get ready to call you through again.
Rounds. Up! Up! Up!
you'll be on target, around in the chamber, an empty magazine. On the time, you'll fire the shot, perform the emergency reload, fire the shot. It's 3, 2, 5. It is measured from shot to shot, not beep to second shot. The first shot is free. Hit it. It doesn't matter if it goes beep, pow, because that's when the time starts. I'm always amazed at how many people beep, pow, and you miss it. It's shot to shot, not beep to second shot. So get the first hit, it's free for you. You're going to simulate a stovepipe. You're going to be on target. At the beep, you're going to press the trigger, do the tap rack, get a hit. It's 2 seconds. 2 seconds. If you want to roll it over this way and pull on it because that's the way you're used to doing it, have at it. Cool. Then we're going to set up the double feed. You're going to do the tap rack because that's your diagnostic, right? That tells you got the double feed. Unload, reload the pistol, get the shot on target. You got 6 seconds.
So we'll need the dummy round for this?
Yeah, you'll need the dummy round. Take the dummy round with you. I mean, you can use an empty cartridge case, but I wouldn't. Okay. I'd put a dummy round in. Everybody clear on that?
If you need one, wait, I got one. Yeah, I'm under the top.
We'll have relay 1 up on the line. Darren and Bucky are going to be working their way down towards the center, doing it 1 at a time. You get 2 attempts. If you don't get the standard on the third, well, give me another try. No, 2 attempts. We got to keep going.
All right, ready, position, 1 shot on 1 target.
Yeah, go ahead. Draw to your ready position. So shoot. Here we go. Ready position. This is for you. Watch your target. You get his hit? No. No. Put a scratch. Here we go. Watch your target.
You only take the second attempt if you fail.
152. You got it.
152.
Yep.
Good job, man.
Good recovery. Go ahead. Draw it to ready position, your choice. Okay. 149.
149. I'm kind of like, I would like to know the time so that if I, when I go again in the future, I know, okay, I was at this, have I improved?
Well, luckily that goes with you.
Yep.
And I've got a detailed video on this. It's like 7 or 8 minutes long, and it's from one of his classes.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I shot this scratch before. I don't know if I still have my paper with the times and whatnot on it. But
this is you. Ready position. Okay. This is going to be you. 4 shots in under 2 seconds. Stand by. Good hits. 320. Let's go your second time here. Let's. Ready? Watch your target. And some misses. 424 to miss. Just give him a scratch. Nice try.
hell yeah.
238. Let's go for your second time.
You can do this if you don't have that big gap between shot 2 and 3.
You hear that? Bam, bam. Yep. Bam, bam. Okay. Here we go. Stand by. Nope. 258.
Good, you didn't know you were successful.
You make fish.
Oh, couple out. 2 flat. 2 flat.
I lost the die.
You lost the die. Let's go second attempt. Let's go second attempt. Here we go. Give him some quiet, guys. No noise on his backswing.
I understand.
182.
Whoa.
Yeah. You got it.
Nice job,
First
Dave.
one I lost the die.
Darren's working. I'll call you out.
241 and you dropped the first shot. Dave,
Go ahead.
second attempt. All right, are you ready?
A lot of people have asked. Here we go. Just because I'm curious and I can't stay up this late.
Watch your target. Watch your target. First attempt. Couple out and 211. Let's go second attempt. You can do this. Do this. Watch your target. This is for you.
Practicing.
I didn't see that last one.
Low.
That's low. Got it. 197. Balance of speed and accuracy.
Oh, I shot 5 and I shot them all in the head.
All right, you want to try again? Second attempt. You got enough rounds?
Let's check each other.
I gotta work sure. I know.
Here we go.
Fourth one was just out.
189. You made the time.
He was ahead, you know, taking out, you know, non-stoppable.
170. Good job.
From the holster, one shot on one target.
That
In 2 seconds, preferred 1.50. Holster, one shot on one target. Watch the target.
You know, you didn't stop at the first 3 shots to the head.
You don't screw my grip up.
Yeah. Don't look at anything else. You look at the target, and the gun bisects the visual line between your eyes and the target.
Rand, maybe I'd help you out. Oh, yeah. Over this way just a tad. There you go.
182. Abner probably told you what you're doing, right? From the holster, draw and fire 1. Here we go. Watch your target.
And then the next one's going to be 1 round emergency reload.
Good hit. 316. Very accurate, a little slow. Let's do it again. Second attempt. Here we go. Watch him. It's only one shot, but that's a 270.
Just kidding. Just kidding. Ben gave me that dirty
254.
Did you see that?
All right, going second attempt, okay?
Just dirty. You're a mean man.
Up and out.
You're a mean man.
Here we go. So next 194.
Nice. Got it. All right. Nice.
Finally, yes.
Reload back.
I will for you.
160.
And that was it.
And that was it. That extra little .30.
It's almost as though if I use the sights, I'll keep more off. Weird.
198. Nicely done.
Heck yeah, man.
Good job.
179.
Is he in?
Coach, you got him?
If you would have wanted to show me the 1 second drill, I would have done it.
Ooh, yeah.
181. Nice.
Yeah, good job, Ben.
158.
Yeah, Mike.
Ready? Stop showing off. Here we go.
Blind squirrels find acorns.
150. Push it through. You got some time.
Too fast.
Slow it down.
That didn't be successful if he wasn't such a mean man.
He's put up with me all week.
Has he? Pretty good guy.
Exactly. They're great guys.
Here you go, Roy.
Good job, Ron.
From the holster. One round.
Music and everything.
This is for you.
Nice.
155.
Roy's my spirit animal.
Yeah, man.
Roy is my spirit animal. Grizzly bear. Grizzly bear.
Never underestimate age and treachery. On target, one shot. Emergency reload, one shot and 325. Desired of 3.
Magazine in there.
Fire 1, lock back, drop it, get your next one in. Focus, hit it.
Okay. Ready? This is you. All right, you tell him what his standard is.
325.
All right, your split's 356. Let's do it again. Verify. What's that say split? Because my glasses.
356.
Okay. So that's a no. We're going to get you. Second attempt.
Spotting for a guy, like 4 in a row went down
Okay, here we go. This is going to be for you. Watch your target.
I said, mine's a Beretta.
298.
Good deal.
You cleaned it up. Go ahead. All right, 414. Let's do it again.
As soon as that beep sounds, fire.
So that first one's a gimme.
Yep.
That first one's a gimme. On target. Here we go. This is you. 441. Nice
Well, he's
try.
going to be on the line, so. Oh, yeah. Mike will be done. Yeah.
I'll score all you motherfuckers.
God damn it, ran. 404. Nice try.
What was the time?
Don't go find your shit. Find your shit, get on the deck. If you don't have shit at the end of the day, so turn
317.
Got it.
or if there's even one.
You get it?
Yep.
All right, here we go.
Nicely done.
See Mike.
What you got there, lollipop?
Lollipop.
Wait, you scroll it up like a chapstick?
It's a push pop.
That's funny.
Better, see?
Oh, come on. Was there a spring on it?
Yeah, see?
Oh, that's funny.
Cool.
I don't care if you're measuring.
I was wondering why you did that.
317.
Thank you.
We can have the slack out on the trigger for this one, right?
Yeah, you're measuring the reload time, not the time from the first.
Yeah.
.334. Let's do it again, second attempt. .345. Nice try, Ninja.
And that's from on target.
You coaches taking care of the guys, getting them set up for the next.
I got my dummy.
Are you good at
All right, your time was good, 319, but you pushed that second shot to the left. There you go, 297.
Those bullets almost touched one another. Good job.
Am I good?
First attempt, watch your target. I didn't see the hits, but it's 345. 345, let's do it again.
The time might be off.
I don't know how well his is calibrated.
Nice. 307. You got it. Good deal, you got it. Watch your target. You know what to do. Good job. 298. Good job.
Nice job, man.
All right,
It's like he's
coaches,
done
put
this
your
before.
feet up. Hopefully they got their shit set up. Ready position, your choice. Coach will tell you what your par is. 1 second. Watch your target. Watch his target. I'm watching the time. You get it?
Yep.
.83. Write it down.
What's my next one?
Go ahead.
Ready position, 4 shots, 1 target.
2 second par. Here we go. This is you. .216, 1 slightly out. Second attempt. Here we go. Watch your target.
Oh.
215, 2 out.
Thank
Nice
you.
try. It's your quick draw. Watch your target. Stand by. Oh, dead center in the heart, 178. Good job.
Hell yeah.
Go, Abner.
Way to go.
What's the next one?
Okay. Here we go.
Heck yeah.
175.
Nice.
Heck yeah.
On target's how it's going to start. Shoot one, reload, shoot one. Stand by, this is you. Coaches, watch the paper. 341. Good hits, little slow. Second attempt. Stand by.
Good hits.
There we go, 283.
Good hits.
Good job.
Nice job, Abner.
Thank you, sir. All right, on target's when's going to happen. Tap racket, get a shot off. Here we go. 185.
They're perfect because you can just close them up, put them away.
I love that she hasn't fully evaluated it. How often she eats them. She hasn't fully analyzed.
Just do like a candy review. I've seen people do like food reviews, like fast food reviews.
You know, for as much as she likes candy, she has very nice, clean, white tea.
That's how. 181, nicely done.
It's almost like he knows what he's doing. Dan the man.
unload a heavy bag and got it, girl.
Good job, Lollipop.
And the time again? That's 2
196, right?
times for me in the time. Good job, Penelope.
Good job, Lollipop.
Being a good girl.
Wee! Always throw a wee in at the end of your laugh, and it starts a whole nother laugh. Try it. Nice, with gusto. Wee!
You're right. I can feel it.
That's right.
Start down here with it.
A whole new laugh.
Target on target. Discover your double feed.
Nice job, Mike.
All right, one in the chamber.
Got it.
Rounds in the mag.
Here we go. On target, on target. Watch him. Coaches, watch the paper. Good hit. 464. Good job. Good hit. 464. Good job. Oh, you.
The key to this one is recognizing that it's a mushy slide, because I used to overthink it. It's about the mushy slide. If you know your gun, the second you pull it, if it doesn't go home, then you automatically know what it is. And there's only one malfunction that does this. It's the double feed.
440.
Ooh, yeah.
Good time too, man. That's a really good time.
Right in front of your left foot.
Nice job.
Well, it was in front of your left foot.
Just put a 2x2 on everybody's target and just go down the line. That way you don't have to see it.
691. 631. I think if he hadn't done that second tap, he could have.
There you go. On target, on target.
But good hit.
No, you just got my route. You get the finger in there, 'cause I like it.
You know, you got to be better to use this, man. You know that, right? Well, you know.
We are better than you.
Hi.
Try.
We get to it then? This one?
That's hit. 457. Nice hit.
All right, here we go. On target, when's going to happen. Second set of eyes.
I lost my ass.
That was good. That was good.
2 rounds in 2 seconds at 20 feet from the holster. Way in a 2x2x20. Shut up. Okay? Shot real world work, so if you're not actually carrying in a duty situation, it's got to be concealed because that's the way you carry. The drill came from the U.S. Army Green Berets. I happened to be at a school with some of those guys, and they were telling me about their attempt to get the Green Berets to take the pistol more seriously. Now we're talking the early 90s. They had a Beretta 92, and those guys just did not like it. They didn't practice with it. They were trying to get them to go better with it. They had to do this on demand, which means Dan and I could be walking over to get lunch, and one of the trainers would say, "Come on," and you'd have to walk over and do this on demand. Stand there, from their holster, up, out, 2 rounds, 2 seconds, into a 3x5 card. The 3x5 card represents the heart and the aorta, which they felt was the fastest way to end a pistol fight. Can't hardly dispute that, right? Some people say, well, turn it sideways and make it a headshot. Stop, you're killing me. Whatever. Originally we did this, we gave out a coin. That was kind of the thing at the time. And a fellow I know by the name of Jake Sieben says, well, what are you going to do with a coin? Throw it in the, you put it up on a shelf. He said, what you ought to do, oh, I should have mentioned, Jake owns a little known company called Aries Gear. Heard of it? Yeah. They make very high-end belts. There's probably people here wearing them right now. Yeah. He said, what you ought to do is give away one of my belts. I said, they're $100+ a piece. I can't afford it. He said, no. What we do is I will supply you with a belt buckle that's got your logo on it. It's also got a serial. If they do it, they will mail this in to me. Yes, you have to pay for the mailing. You cheap bastards. He will attach the belt of your choice and send it back to you. We've had a number of people that have gotten this over the years, not too many. It's probably less than 1%. And we've only had just a couple of people have doubled in a different class come back. Usually it's a one-time event because there's a lot of luck in it. We've had some people that have done it 4 times. He also holds the record in 1.51 seconds.
Bacon.
Bacon. Okay. I asked him, I said, you gonna go for another belt buckle or are you gonna try to get the record on your last try? And you know what he said? I thought it was pretty brave. He said, I'm going for the funk buckle. Want that fifthlet, right? Now you got every color of belt now, I guess, don't you?
No, I only have 2 on belts right now.
Guys, what we're going to do is we're going to keep this rolling. It's already after 5 o'clock, and I know some of you guys have a drive ahead of you, so we'll try to get this done. As soon as we're done with this, let's go right on back so we can graduate you and head you on your way, okay? All right, let me get out of the way. Mike wants to go first.
Is this okay?
Yeah. Can I just, check my equipment? Yep. It's on you. You tell me however many draw strokes you need. When you're ready, I'll tap you. You'll know it's for you.
Let me get out of the way, Gary. I'm sorry.
All right, Bucky. All right, this is for you. Watch your target. Clean. 189. Woo! Clean. $189.
Woo! Well done. Well
Oh,
done.
that's tough to follow, isn't it?
Here, show the camera, show the camera.
Watch what not.
189. Heck yeah.
Points in this.
189.
All right, let's keep this rolling.
You made that look easy.
Congratulations, sir.
All right, I think I hear Mom calling me. I gotta go.
This is for you. It's your target.
Oh, 1 in, 1 out. 189.
Oh,
250.
oh, too bad, Jeff. Nice run.
$282.
Oh, Bob, threw one way over, brother.
22.
Oh, 211.
Too bad. Oh, that's
178.
unfortunate.
That was beautiful, but
That looked good.
2.25.
Are you
That was nice.
Oh, Terry,
They were
too
both in,
bad.
Way to go.
They were both in.
Very nice.
Man.
Nice, nice.
I'm being a mailman.
384.
Nice hit.
Nice hit.
We're looking for, though.
384.
Excellent hit.
Outstanding accuracy.
Man, you're not kidding. You sure your last name's not Wick? Okay, John.
Yeah.
$294.
$227.
Oh, too bad.
In there.
Nice run.
That's in there.
Man, good
Very
run.
nice. That was some good stuff.
Excellent.
Ooh, 179.
That was
Haynes
good.
was right. Haynes was right.
That was good.
One edge,
You know,
one
that's
out.
just how Jenkins does it.
215.
Too bad.
All right, you ready? You need draw strokes?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Just do that and you'll be great.
That was very smooth, wasn't it?
Just do that and you'll be great.
Okay.
Here we go. This is you. Watch your target. .312. Good
You
hits.
just waited-
That's good for me.
You waited too long to take the first shot.
That's good
312.
for me.
Oh, too bad.
248.
Ooh, okay.
For you. Watch your target.
$2.40.
Oh, too bad, Abner. Too bad.
It's like at Hilltop Training Center. It's like at Hilltop Training Center all over again.
Sorry, buddy.
It's been an honor.
Sorry. I'm hoping for all you guys. I mean, the buckles don't cost me anything.
I think it's a class there. You'll get all of it.
Oh, Dave, no! If I had to leave this industry, this is the way I'd want to do it with all of you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dave.
Appreciate it. This was something I have been wanting to do for a long time, putting them all together, and I didn't quite pull it off. I fell short on some things I wanted to do, and Bucky and I will probably meet and talk about this and regroup a little bit before Colorado, but Colorado will be a whole lot like this, okay? Now, before I finish up here, in the age of COVID, I'm not going to go around and shake all your hands and hand certificates. I'm going to put them over here and I'm going to let you get them. But I'll be around afterward to shake hands and talk to anybody that wants to. COVID doesn't scare me, but I don't want to put somebody in a bad spot. But I do want to do something right here in front of all of you. First of all, this man right here is pretty darn remarkable. This will be his 5th belt buckle in 6 attempts. Wait a minute. Also, a couple of years ago, I did an instructor certification course and people applied. I realize now it was wrong. I shouldn't have done it because only about half of them deserved to be there. What I should have done when I certified instructors is I should have reached out to people who I knew had passion, had skill, and were just great folks. So not only am I going to give Mike Naub his 5th belt buckle, I am going to award him Handgun Combatives Instructor Certification. There's nobody more deserving.
Hey guys, can we get a picture? Can we get a picture with this?
Sure.
So he holds the record for time, the number of belts, and the last instructor.
He's the last certified instructor, that's true.
There we go. Thank you guys.
Awesome.
Okay. Now, folks, I'll let you dig through these and stuff like that, but I will be around until everybody's gone. So if you want to stop and talk and shake hands and all that, I'll be here. But you won't be put in an uncomfortable position to put through there. This has got to be yours, isn't it? Before I leave, Bucky, anything?
He's right here. Great bunch of people. I'm glad you hung in there. I had a really good time, learned from everybody, and hopefully we'll see you again down the road. Appreciate it.
Darren?
Thank you, Bucky. You guys are a great group and very professional, and it was great seeing all of you progress. That being said, if you want to buy some additional flashcards, I will be available.
Hey guys,
afterwards.
quite frankly, they're thinking about closing the store. So if you're interested in that stuff, you may want to take advantage of it. I mean, I don't know. Misty goes back and forth.
Yeah.
So quite frankly, I think she'd be better off doing some kind of like homestead or what's that shit?
Farmhouse shit.
Farmhouse stuff doing, but you know, whatever. So
That's her passion.
anyway, again, I cannot thank you enough. You guys have been fantastic. You were my favorite class this week. Thank you all. Get your certificates. Have a safe trip home.
I do have one question. Does carrier certificate say lollipop?
No.